by the way, he is the NWA Virginia Heavyweight Champion.
So we'd also point out that Mr. Delicious is also NWA Virginia, but that's another story for another day. Mr. Delicious also might point out one of the most well-traveled athletes. You know, going onto the internet and and checking sort of wrestling results literally from all over the United States, I am amazed at all the places that Mr. Delicious ends up. He is wrestling literally all over these United States, sometimes defending his NWA Virginia title for what that's worth. We're still working on it even as we speak. But he's been showing up in New England. He's been showing up in the Midwest, in the Southwest. A busy, busy guy. And this week we got him back at Wildside. Oh, aren't we blessed?
Mr. D seems to show his face just about everywhere. And in most of those places, he's not wanted. But nevertheless, he is a talented athlete and the NWA reigning Virginia heavyweight champion.
And I pointed out he also may be NWA Virginia. All on his own. But young Scott Cage, oh dear, Hawk the Herald Angel Singh here at the NCW Arena. It's a slap fest.
Well, Scott Cage, this youngster, he's got something to prove here. This is shot at the big time here. NWA Wildside, big drop kick, big spin wheel kick. And Mr. D is in a world of hurt.
No kidding. I don't believe he expected this sort of offense from young Scott Cage. Mr. Cage has been showing it pretty regularly in recent days at the fabulous Friday nights here at the Wildside Arena. A flying body press onto Mr. Delicious. Mr. D is looking not too delicious as we speak.
I have a feeling after that maneuver, he's no longer quite so tasty. Big chop. Look at Scott Cage go.
Oh, those big flare chops. No one does it better.
Scott Cage, a relative unknown here in Wildside, showing what he's made of here this week.
And anybody putting the slaps on that chest of Mr. Delicious is okay by the throngs here at the NCW Arena.
Damn straight, waist lock there by Scott Cage. Goes for a German suplex and a bridge.
Isn't it amazing in pro wrestling circa 2001 that people can kick out of a German suplex? That would damn near kill a wrestler of an early era.
Well, it's evolution of the athletes. I mean, you got to look at time over time. Harley Race used to use a suplex as a finisher, but athletes evolve. I mean, toughness evolves, mentalities evolve, and innovation evolves. And if you can't hang with the big boys in NWA Wildside and professional wrestling today, you might as well go home.
Oh yeah, suffice to say, but the bar is continually raised by athletes with pro wrestling literally all over the world. But here, things tend to shine a lot brighter. The athletes are so much better here in Wildside. Interestingly, they're so much younger here. They learn so quickly, so well schooled, so well seasoned. It's hard to believe these athletes are as good as they are, considering they are so young.
It's the hardest working, young, and talented learning locker room in the country. They're all a family. They all want to learn. And Mr. D with a little miscalculation there, trying to brush it off like, oops, that didn't happen.
A little too much exuberance from the gentleman from the Big Easy. Did I call him gentleman? What was I thinking?
Mr. D going for a fisherman suplex and a hook of the leg. Scott Cage with enough fervor to kick out there.
Interestingly, Mr. Delicious is actually cool as a cucumber here. He never seems to get really hot under the collar, which I guess is probably to his credit, which probably makes him prime championship material, despite the fact he's wearing that, I know what this is.
As the iconoclasm by Mr. Delicious, he calls that maneuver the kiss goodnight. But Scott Cage able to wake up.
Obviously not bedtime yet for young Scott Cage. Mr. Delicious going back to square one. Maybe he's probably up to square four by now. What is Mr. D doing?
That's the bionic chin lock.
I've never seen anybody set up like that for a chin lock.
Well, if it's a bionic chin lock, then,
bionic chin lock, and of course,
it's physics, when you do this motion with your elbows here, it provides a lot more gravitational pull on the chin lock.
Bartender will have a Mr. Wilson this time.
Elbows to the midsection, ducks an elbow there. Scott Cage kicks Mr. D square in the face in the midsection. Beautiful spin around rocker dropper there.
The leg hitting Mr. Delicious across the back of the neck. Still not enough to pin the NWA Virginia champion. An atomic drop from young Scott Cage.
Going up and got him to a fireman's carry position into a spinning ace crusher.
Mr. D awfully close to the ropes, and he knows it.
Mr. D up. This unknown Scott Cage here is really making a mark. Michinoku driver.
Mr. Delicious, I think, is finally toast in this match, unless he's playing possum. He's done that before.
Well, Scott Cage is going to go to the top rope. Looks like Scott Cage is going to fly up the top here. What's this going to be? Fruit splash! Nobody home.
Scott Cage frog splash the middle of the ring. Mr. D out of sight.
And a big DDT.
And a little assistance from the ring ropes. Mr. Delicious continues his winning ways.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Mr. Delicious.